Hey, Scrapper Names fans, how are we all? So I'm back with a Sunday Scraplift Sisters number 3. So I'm hoping this makes it to you on a Sunday. I have been very delayed with this. I am so sorry. This is not going quite the way I planned for this series, but it's getting there. At least there is a video. So, and hopefully, well, a video this week. Last week's was technical difficulties, so it cut off and I didn't even have a video, so that's really annoying. But this week we're doing a Dearly Dee Scraplift, which I have only just been introduced to the lovely Dearly Dee channel, and I've been binge watching her. So we decided, the lovely Scrappy Cheeky Lauren and I, that we would do something a little different. We've done some mixed media and whatnot, so we thought we'd do something a little simple, and we did a traveller's notebook this time. So, and we're doing something a little simple in our traveller's notebook. Now this traveller's notebook is one that I actually made myself, which I wasn't sure if I was really into the traveller's notebook thing, so I've made a few of my own. This one I made for documenting the July school holidays. Oops. Yeah, it's a little old, but, you know, it's got all the photos in it. I just never went back to it. So, as we do, all those lovely side projects that we never get done. So I thought it was a great opportunity to try and get it finished. So this one was, as I said, a scrap lift or a traveller notebook lift of Dearly Dee's Traveller's Notebook, and she uses lots of tags. Now, bonus is she actually uses the lovely Paige Evans' new collection, Whimsical, which I have been dying to get into. I brought a few bits and bobs from it off scrapbook.com, and I'm so loving it, and I'm dying to use it. So I have pulled it out of my little drawer that has all my new stuff in it, and I'm using it up. Or using a bit of it anyway, because I promised myself I'm not going to hoard my new goodies. I'm going to use them. As you can see here, I'm using it a little bit, just a little bit. So yes, to make some tags. Now, I unfortunately don't have a tag die to do some die cutting, so I'm kind of just making my own, which I don't do too bad with. I sort of use some of my tags that I've got in my stash to use as sort of sketch them out a little bit. There is one at the end that I kind of dodge up a little bit, but that's okay. It's okay. It works. So yes, so we decided that we would go with something a little bit different than a normal sort of, 12 by 12 layouts, or, we just wanted to be a little different. And as I said, we've done this our third one. We did an Inky Quill mixed media one, and then last week's was the lovely Gold Dove Crafts, the Virginia Walker one, with the cut files, and it also had mixed media in it. So we wanted to do something a little bit more simplistic, for everyone, and yeah, so that's what we thought. So for those that are doing the Traveller's Notebooks, that might want to do something a bit easier or a bit simple, this is it. So here we are. All of my Facebook notifications are coming through. I must have the internet open. I do. Sorry, I think if you can hear that, I might... Yeah, no, I can't close it while I'm voiceovering. Sorry. Anyway, so it is, as I said, a very easy kind of spread. So I do show you... I do edit out bits and pieces, but I do show you the process of working out where I'm going to put things down. Now, the photo is of my son in the school holidays. We're just chilling out, but I took a photo of my cat. It's more of the cat, who has decided now in her old age that it is okay to come and lounge around inside with the fam. And she has no concept of personal space at all. As you can see here, she's literally laying on top of him. He's not phased whatsoever, but she's on top of him. Now, when we go to bed of a night, she comes in and sleeps in, like with me and my other half, and she will lay on top of his chest if she lets him. Like, she has no concept of personal space. It's hilarious. So that's kind of what we're documenting here in this page. But the colors here are a bit mixed matched because we've got his shirt, which is like a real dark green, and it's a boy's color shirt, but it's got all real funny patterns. Which one of the tags or page pattern papers I used to make the tag is kind of got those geometric shapes in it as well, which is really cool. But then you've got the blanket that's covering them, which has got like florals in it and blues and some of what this cloud page pattern paper has in it as well. So it was really kind of tricky to match the pattern papers together and keep it a bit bright and all together. So it was a bit of a funny one to do. So plus my page had the craft cardstock in it as well. So I was like, oh crap. So you couldn't just add like dark green, I didn't think, on top of that craft cardstock, which is what I went to do at first because it was like, ugh, how like flat and boring and bleh. So so straight off the bat I added that white one because in Dearly Dee's Traveller's Notebook spread, which I will link in the description box for you to jump to as well, she puts straight away her photo, which she cuts into sort of that tag shape, which I've sort of done, and a bright yellow tag on the other side, like on this left-hand side of the page. Well, I didn't have a yellow one, so I wanted to add something, and it had fun written on it, so I wanted to add something sort of bright on that side, which with the craft cardstock, I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? So I added the white tag with this from the whimsical page paper pad, and then added my own like little word pieces there. So that Loving Right Now, by the way, is a clear sticker from an Amy Tan, those sticker books that you could buy. For us here in the land of Oz, I brought my sticker sticker pad thing from Spotlight, I think, or maybe. Or did I buy mine from Pages to Scrap? I might have brought my first one from, no, I don't know. I can't remember, one or the other. But yeah, when all the designers brought those sticker pads out, yeah, that was what I'm talking about there. And I don't have a like hole punch to punch the reinforcer bits at the top of the tabs. So I kind of had to cut mine and, out themselves. So they're a little up close, they're a little dodgy looking, but you know what? I'm kind of looking and that's it, and I know, and it's all good. So, and I'm not too fussed because it's not a scrapbook album. I don't know who's going to look at these Traveller's Notebooks, to be truthful. I don't think anyone probably will too much. So I'm not 100% too phased. This one's more a bit of a test it out kind of thing. So I created, that's from the whimsical paper pad, and it was a perfect little journaling piece, because I wanted to keep all my tags a bit more like this pattern paper, bright, colourful. Again, that craft cardstock I kind of think it mucked up a little bit my page, and I probably could have added a bit of cardstock over the top, thinking about it now, but Amy back in the past here didn't think of that. So, or I could have painted over it probably with some white paint. Again, Amy in the past, I didn't think of that. Oh well. So yeah, just playing around with some different patterns. This is the pattern paper that had the geometric patterns on it, that sort of offset the geometric patterns in his shirt. So it kind of balanced it out a bit well. Now just play around to see if I wanted to add this pattern paper back in, and I was really conscious of trying not to add too much of the same colours, so that, yeah, like I did realise some of those little tags were really the same the little tags are a bit similar in colour. So particularly on this right hand side, this is where I decided to add, I needed something to break those up and to fill in those little gaps. So I decided to use this black and white with a touch of the yellow, just because some of the other tags had a bit of yellow in it. So I did try and be a bit clever here, failed epically, to try and outline a tag themselves without having to cut one from the paper pad. No, didn't work, so I have to cut one out. So in case you're wondering, paper pads I've used is the Pink Paisley Paige Evans Whimsical. I've used the Pink Paisley, what is it called? Wild Kid, Wild One. Oh goodness, Wild something. It's a kid one. And then it was an Amy Tan one as well, which is where this paper comes from. If you would like to know exactly, let me know in the comments and I will tell you exactly their names. They've just escaped my mind. I should have said it earlier when I remembered them. The covers might have been in the earlier, but yeah, in the video earlier. Anyway, all good. So, as I said, I hope that this video does make it in time for today. It might make it in time up later on tonight. It is only just early afternoon, but otherwise, and I'm not sure if Lauren has put hers up yet. I will find out. But yes, hopefully we can get onto a scheduling now. Hopefully routines have gone back to normal for me. Going back to work as per normal and everything after my surgery. So yes, hopefully. Now, I do go around, as you just saw then, with my white Signo pen, just to sort of highlight, I guess, my my little tag holes there, because I don't have the whole sticker reinforcer thingy-majigs. So, very technical term there. So I just sort of thought they looked a little empty. So I do just go around. Here's the tag. I kind of stuff up a little bit, but that's okay. It's only in the bottom. And it's only my Traveller's Notebook, so, what can you do? So that is this Traveller's Notebook spread done. So thank you very much to our lovely Dearly Dee, who gave us this inspiration. Remember